Hey everybody, this is Jewelyn. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to Carrie's Los Angeles apartment. Welcome back, Carrie, to the channel.
Thank you.
I'm so excited to be here. So I spent a handful of episodes with Catherine recently. I went to her home and it was really fun to expand Jewelyn's Collective, my very fun series where I gather up all of my babies and see where they're at, how many I have. And I think for me it's just fun to see where the collection is at and also to share with you how many varieties of a certain species there is. Life is really crazy right now. So I'm really having fun with Jewelyn's Collective, and I know you guys like to see all the types of plants that I've been collecting, but I figure, you know what, after doing Catherine's Sansevieria and Philodendron Collective, I wanted to come over to Carrie's house. And since I don't have a lot of Haworthias, I just have a couple of them, go ahead and share with you Carrie's collective of her beautiful Haworthia collection. So if you enjoy the collective series and love seeing my plant friends collections, then give this video a big thumbs up. And also if you collect Haworthias, and maybe if you can help ID the ones that we don't know any IDs on, because for this specific type of plants, they're very hard to ID. And even like with me with my epiphyllums, I buy a lot of these plants and they're never ever ID. The person or the place I bought them didn't even ID them either. So if you know any of them, sound off down below. Carrie, how many do you have, by the way? Did you count them?
21.
21, okay. So she's in the 20s like me with my Sansevieria. So this is going to be really fun and exciting to go through your collection and hear the backstories of them. Also, out of all of the plants you collect, is this the biggest collective that you have?
Yes, definitely.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I love Haworthias.
Okay, so she's a Haworthia queen.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead, and how I like to do my collective series is try to remember my first plant that kind of kicked off the collective and go from there.
Okay, all right. So my first Haworthia was one of these two. I can't remember exactly which one, but this is Haworthia attenuata, otherwise known as a zebra cactus. So you see this one everywhere. I actually got that one at Trader Joe's.
How long ago? How long have you been collecting Haworthias?
That one is probably, I've probably had that one like 9 months or so. I was really impressed to find them, A, that big, and 2 of them in one pot, especially at Trader Joe's. They get really good plants. So I think I probably spent $5 or $6 on that initially.
Oh wow.
This one I recently repotted.
Love the planter.
I had it indoors in a smaller pot under a grow light. And they are slow growers, but it hasn't had any pups. It hasn't done anything. So I put it into a bigger pot and I put it outside where it gets the tiniest bit of filtered sunlight in the early afternoon. So it's too early to tell if it's making any difference on it, but I'm excited to see if anything changes with it being outside and getting a little bit of sun. Okay,
so my backstory of mine's like this. It was living in front of my bed, and it did not, for whatever reason, like living in front of my bed. And it was a group. I had maybe like 6 of them in a pot, or maybe it could have been the pot it was in because it was glazed inside.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But now I have 2 left, and they actually turn lighter green, and I have them in a nursery planter in my propagation station, hoping that they'll come back.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see Carrie has one of these.
I got from a local nursery. And
I love this one.
It's a truncata hybrid. That was what it was sold as. They didn't know what it was bred with. Yes, that probably should be just a little bit shorter because truncatas are meant to be short, but who knows what it was actually mixed with. So maybe it is taller because of what it was bred with. That one is outside, does not get, just like the attenuata, it gets a little bit of filtered sunlight early in the afternoon. And I started with that one indoors and moved it out, and it definitely got happier when I put it outside.
By the way, wasn't this one of your top plants? I think in the first time we brought this channel over.
I love this plant. I still love this plant. Yeah, it's awesome. Though, really top in the Haworthia collection is this guy, because this was the first, this was what set off my fascination with Haworthias when I saw a picture of it. So this is Haworthia cooperi.
My favorite on the table.
I mean, the windows on these are amazing.
Very cool.
From the side, it looks blue. It's just such a neat plant. This one also came from Trader Joe's.
No.
About 2 months ago, 2 or 3 months ago.
Too cool.
Yeah, yeah. So I just transferred it into a slightly bigger pot. I mean, I can't tell you how many different plants are in there. It looks like this seems to be the original, the mother plant. And then like when I unpotted it, you could see that these are all just pups that have come up. And
I love the characteristic of it.
Love this plant. Love it.
I had a similar one like this, more of like an echeveria shape, which probably maybe closer to that.
Okay.
And it was clustered and chubby and tons of windows, and I think that's what attracted me to that particular Haworthia.
Right.
But when I went to Egypt, it did not like the rain, and it died, and I haven't been able to replace
so much rain
it
while you were gone.
I know.
So
love that one. That's my
one.
favorite on the table.
So I'll skip to what I got most recently.
Okay.
So I actually, once I started thinking about that, I was like, oh my gosh, I kind of went crazy at that last plant show, because I got these 5 at the show that we were at together.
Okay.
Yeah, so all of these guys came from that show.
If you haven't watched our collective plant friend plant haul at the Los Angeles Cactus Succulent Society plant show in Encino, go ahead and watch it. It was really fun to do.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. So, so this one actually is a Huntington Botanical Gardens variety, and it's Haworthia marumiata.
Do you want to tell?
And honestly, I know nothing about it, just that it's a really cool Haworthia.
They're tiny. I love it. I love the details.
Yeah, I like how long its leaves are. Something that I love about Haworthias is the firmness of the leaves, because you know, houseplants are all like soft and everything, and Haworthias are just like there.
Yeah.
This is a hybrid called Harry Johnson, and I mean, look how cool it is, and it's got its little windows on the end. I mean, these look like crystals.
Yeah.
And then there's a little bloom stalk.
A plant crystal.
It's a plant crystal.
Yeah.
And there's a little bloom stalk coming up there in the center.
I see
so
it.
I'm
Very
excited
cute.
about that.
Yep. So if you look right in there, the camera can catch it.
I mean, look, like from here,
very
you can
stylish
see the light
plant
shining through the windows on top.
And also, I
So
see a little
neat.
baby.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, a little baby. Yeah, a lot of personality in that one. Of that one.
I'll skip that one and come back to it at the end. Okay. So Haworthia limifolia.
Yes.
Love this plant, and I've seen them loads of places, but I kept waiting to buy one because I love the spiral. And I just waited until I saw the one that I was like, this is the perfect one with, you know, like the geometry of it. So that one caught my eye, and it was a good price.
I have this one, and it's about 4 times bigger, and that's my biggest Haworthia.
Oh,
and
wow.
it's living in the front of my bed. Really good. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Also from the show, from someone's private collection there, Haworthia coarctata. He was so the guy I got that from, he told me it's a little bit stretched out. So it's directly under a grow light now, and it should be just a little more compact. But I've also been told that as they're growing, they open up a little bit like that, just to give themselves some space for the new growth to come out. So it might be that it's growing, it might be that it wants a little more light. We'll see.
It has like an aloe like personality.
It does have a little bit of an aloe vibe. This one did not come with a label, and they didn't know what it was either.
Tiny.
So, but I just thought it was super cute, and it was like $2. So cannot pass up $2 plants. Sespadata. Recently moved that one outside. Also opened up a little bit, so I wanted to see if it would like being outdoors and getting a little bit of filtered sunlight, if it would prefer that over being under a grow light indoors. So really, out of all of this, I only have 5 that are outdoors.
Okay.
Everything else is inside, directly under a grow light. Yeah. This guy is also outside and gets a little bit of filtered sunlight. That's a common Haworthia. I do not know its name though.
Okay, if anybody in the comments knows, there's tons of babies here.
And then I love this one, and the shape of the leaf, how it comes over, how they kind of bend over the edge. So as it gets bigger, you can see the pups are just barely starting to curve over, but as it matures, it gets that open like that. And I had 2 of these, but I recently gave one to a friend.
Very cute.
And you'll see that leaf shape in this one as well. So this guy, much firmer. It looks it has a lot of Gasteria characteristics.
Yes.
So I think this might be like a Haworthia and a Gasteria mixed together.
Plant show?
Yes, I think so.
So you get most of your Haworthias from plant shows, it seems like.
Yes, well, and okay, so to just go off of what you just said, a plant show I went to back in January, the one up at the Arboretum, wound up going to the guy's private nursery up in Oxnard.
Okay.
And getting more plants from him while I was there. So I'll tell you.
Is that where you got the string of watermelons?
That's where I got the string of watermelons.
Yeah. How do I know this?
Yeah, I know, like, right? Like that just like stuck in your head from all the things I talk about. That's interesting. So from that guy, I got these three here.
Okay.
This one and this one. So
okay.
all of those came from this guy he's in the Los Angeles Cactus and Succulent Society.
Oh, okay.
So, and his main thing is Haworthias and
cool.
Oh my God, and lithops. Oh my God. So we can start with these. You can see, so Haworthia emule. Okay, here, something cool about this one. It's dropped its roots.
Okay.
So you can just hold it over there like that if you
okay.
want to. So Haworthias are notorious for dropping their roots and regrowing them. It's not a big deal when it happens. But so how I came to like go to this guy's place was that I bought some plants from him, and when I went to repot them, 3 of them didn't have any roots, and I was freaked out. So I sent him an email, and he goes, "Oh yeah, that's pretty common." He's like, "But come up and I'll replace the plants for you." And it was such a cool experience. It's such a cool experience. So also got this guy from him. This one looks like a truncata, but it's Tsunami. But you can see the resemblance to the truncata in this one, except that it's meant to grow taller than a truncata does.
Very cool.
And then this is Venosa subspecies tessellata. And there's a little pup over there far away from
right here.
The main plant that I just noticed this morning. So
that's always fun.
Yeah.
Very cool. I love that.
Thank you.
It's like a little pineapple top.
Yeah, and this one looks very similar to it. I don't know why I don't have a tag in there, because the ones from him all had tags at some point. So I've apparently just lost the name tag off of that one.
Has a prehistoric vibe, Haworthias. I love them.
And like this one also, really firm, a little bit more Gasteria like. This one came from him. This is one of those, you can see the pink, slight pink hue to it. It'll maintain about that much. I'm afraid to put it into direct sun. I like the way it looks like this. And it seems to kind of get more pink and less on its own, so I just let it be. These came from nurseries.
Okay.
With no name tags, don't know what they are. The one in your left hand, this guy, I love how dark this one is, and it sits under a grow light, so it does not need sun to get that dark, like, you know, like a black Princess Echeveria needs sun. This, it just stays that dark, and I just think that is so cool that it maintains that color.
For somebody who's into black gardening, love that.
That's becoming a thing. Goth gardening is becoming a thing.
And this one?
Don't know what that is.
If anybody can ID.
Yep.
There's like the same texture to like the zebra Haworthia. Where it's like rigid.
And it's got little spines like maybe like aloe-like little spines on it. I have no clue what it is. That one came from a nursery with no label, and no one knew what it was. So if anybody out there knows what it is, let me know.
Yes.
And then this guy.
Which I have.
Yes, and again, that's a common one. It would be easy for me to just Google it and pull its name up, but I can't remember what it is. And it's getting a lot of new growth down in the center now, so that's why it's kind of opened up like that. And I love the green little pot with that one. I think just think it's super
Very
cute.
cute. Yeah, I have 3 small ones together in a very small pot. So my question to you is, out of all the Haworthias, and this was fun, I didn't do this with Catherine since you have so much.
Yeah.
What was your most expensive Haworthia on the table?
These were about $10.
Okay.
And the ones from Trader Joe's were like $6.
Okay, so Haworthias are cheap plants to collect. But when you add them up.
Some are, you know, like this guy, this was probably the most expensive one, I want to say, but it was only like $15 maybe. So not bad at all. And a lot of these you can see I left the price on, and most of them were about like between $4 to $10.
Okay, so that's the going rate for Haworthias.
Yes, not that expensive at all. Yeah.
Out of all of them, which one is your favorite?
You know, standing here and looking at that light coming through the windows on that Cooperite, and like I said, that was the one when I saw a picture of one of those online. That was what set me off on my Haworthia journey. But I waited to get the limifolia. I waited to get a Cooperite until I saw one that I was just like, oh my God, I have to have that one, you know? So, I mean, and this size at Trader Joe's for $6, you just couldn't pass that up. So yeah, I'm gonna say this with the windows and the light shining through.
So you never know, check out your local grocery store. Because you never know, there might be some hidden gems in there.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much, Carrie, for hanging out with us and collecting all of your Haworthia babies. Every time I do my collective videos and I gather up my babies, I'm like, oh my goodness, I didn't know I had this much, and wow, they look so cool together. And it makes you like more aware of your plant babies, because when you keep buying them and they're spread out throughout your home mixed in with other babies, you can't tell, but when you gather them up in a group, in a plant gang, I'm like, okay, what else can I collect? I didn't know I had this much. This is fun, especially since you have over 20, so this is really cool. And I also wanted to share and come over to Carrie's collection, because originally I asked her to do 10 dramatic plants for her collection. But what's your take on dramatic plants, and why are we not filming a dramatic plant video? Because
I don't have dramatic plants. Because if I have something that gives me a hard time, I give it away to somebody else. If it keeps trying to die on me, eventually I just let it die.
And there you go. She's a tough plant mom. But what was your last dramatic houseplant, and where did it go?
Tradescantia zebrina. And it went to my friend who actually also lives like right here between me and Catherine. Okay. She lives really close. I don't know, man. It kept stretching out. It was breaking easily. I would root it and then try to repot what I rooted, and it was not thriving. And maybe it just didn't like this house. Yeah, and maybe it just needed a new.
Are doing really
your
good in my
cuttings are fine. Yeah,
I know.
So I thought maybe it just needs a new home, because if I can't make it happy, let me give it to somebody else who can make it happy. Maybe.
So that is Carrie's take on dramatic plants.
Yes.
So I hope you enjoyed seeing Carrie plant talk and sharing with the channel her beautiful Haworthia collection. Stay tuned, we may do another collective video. It'd be fun to see where she goes next with her Haworthia collection. Coming back over to film Carrie's summer plant tour collection before I head to the Philippines. So stay tuned. If you enjoyed seeing Carrie on the channel, if you can help her ID any of the plant babies, sound off down below. And stay tuned for more. You can find more on my blog at ilovejewelyn.blogspot.com. If you're new, welcome to the channel. Hit the bell and subscribe button to be notified on my daily upload. I have a live video going on at 5 a.m. every day for you to be inspired. And I love being able to spread a green plant community everywhere around the world. I think no matter where you are, and I love being able to share my Plant Friends collection to inspire you that no matter what you're living in, a house, an apartment, van life, you can still do plant life, and it's really cool to see everyone's collection and also their style on how they like to style their plants as well. I know I have a bunch of my Haworthias in white planters or in owl planters, so definitely I love the take on plant life, that everybody has their own sense of style and how they like to style plants. So I hope you enjoyed this very fun episode of Jewelyn's Collective featuring Carrie's Haworthia collection. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until next time, aloha from Los Angeles, California. Bye!